Hi, this is Kwavi. Welcome to another episode of 50 Shades of Over 50. And I have an amazing guest today. Her name is René Washington.
Ah,
Yay!
yay. Hey, Kwavi.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I am fabulous because I'm with you.
Yeah, and I'm fabulous because I'm with you. Okay. So tell me, the first question I normally ask my guests, the very first question is, how old are you? So how old are you?
I am 62, soon to be 63 in August.
Yeah.
Always a celebration.
Always a
Always.
celebration. Because I know you always celebrate your whole birthday month.
Yes, yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself before we start to ask a few questions. Because we have a very interesting, we're gonna have an interesting discussion. So stay tuned. But
Yes,
tell them a little
yes.
bit about who you are and how you show up in the world.
Yeah, so I am a woman who just loves freedom. I love I guess my founding values are freedom, faith, and fabulousness. Just I love living life full tilt and helping as many other women do that as possible in their own personalized way. And I do that through, as you know, I do that through mainly through life coaching. And
Yes.
so that's how I show up in the world as a life coach. I was in corporate for almost 28 years and
Mm,
left that several years ago and landed in the life coaching lane and have been
yes.
loving it.
Yes. And that's how I met you. So yay.
Yes.
So today we're gonna have a topic where we're gonna be talking about how we show up as Black women. Because showing up as a Black woman is a very different experience if you're not Black. You probably want to
Mm.
understand it, but I want everyone to listen to this because I
Hmm.
think you can all learn something from it. Black, brown, whatever
Right.
color you are, you can learn from
Yes.
this discussion. And so one of the things I wanted to talk about first is for you, like how are you showing up now compared to how you were maybe 10 or even 15 years ago?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. So when I was in the corporate box and I was in the box, honey, yes, I drank the corporate Kool-Aid. I I because I worked in HR. I ran
Yeah.
the management training program and the soft skills training program. And so I was, in that position to not only drink the Kool-Aid, but make sure everybody else was drinking the Kool-Aid
Drinking
too.
it too, right?
Yes. And so, yes, when that became, so I had a really successful and wonderful career. It, it built my life and,
Hmm.
helped me become who I am in a certain sense, even,
Yeah.
in a good way, as far as, yes, I walked the line,
Yeah.
but then when I started stumbling over that line, it also helped me shift into a new phase of life because toward the end, when I went into that burnout phase, like, okay, this can't, this can't be it. And as we talked about before, I didn't even stay until the traditional retirement age of 55. I left 2 years early because it just became so stifling for me to
Mm.
operate in that box anymore. And so I count it all good because I learned so much, during those years
Yeah.
that informed who I am today. And
Right.
we've talked about going through menopause and how
Yeah.
impactful that was,
Challenging. Yeah.
yeah, in my life. And through all of that, through leaving corporate, uh having, I got a divorce, and I experienced a mini stroke, and all of that I thought was when those things happened, I thought all of that was but the most impactful thing was my mother,
Yeah.
leaving this earth unexpectedly, and at an age where she was still vibrant and still,
Yeah.
someone that and so what that taught me about life is how arbitrary life is.
Mm.
That because I thought I was going to be married forever. I thought that I would definitely stay until uh, official retirement age. I thought I would get to enjoy a lot of time with my mother post my retirement.
Yeah.
That we would get to hang. None of those things happened. When I had the mini stroke, and they could never tell me why. And
Yeah.
that taught me the impact of stress
Stress.
and unaddressed
Yes.
stress in your life.
Oh.
So yeah, all of those things, when I came out of all of that and was trying to figure out, okay, what's next? What's next? And so, now today, for me, I operate from a very inner directed perspective.
Yeah.
Because I was so used to being guided by other people's rules.
Yes.
Other people's
Yes.
perceptions.
Yes.
And now it's, it has to come from, that inner GPS, that inner leading and guiding, that's how I move, whether anybody else understands it or not, because I do understand how arbitrary life is, how you don't know.
You don't know. You can make the plans.
We just don't know. Yeah, exactly. So I really try to hang on to it.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I really try to hang on to, yes, I have my down, believe me, I have, in this entrepreneurial lane, we have these hills and valleys.
Yes.
But I've learned how to, transition out of that much quicker now, because I understand that I don't want to waste the time that I've been given.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And I understand how sometimes you're in a situation where you have to kind of follow the rules, but then it gets to a point where it just doesn't feel right to you. You're like, I'm not feeling this. And, you're right. The entrepreneurial journey isn't like, oh, it's all great all the time. You get there, dip. It's sometimes it's like, whoa, what am I doing? Like,
right.
I just run away from this. Yeah. But the beautiful thing about it is if it's for you and you're doing it, there is this sense of fulfillment that you get.
Absolutely.
That could not be, you can't even explain that.
I know, because this journey has taught me more about myself.
Yes.
Because if you're going to do it and do it authentically, you can't hide from yourself. And so it brings up all of your crap.
Yes.
And so you do. And you get to show up in a way where you are impacting people. And I know
that's it.
That both of us have always impacted people in great ways. Yes. But I do believe that being able to be a life coach is, because I know for me, it is, from a place of passion. And I know some people are like passion, but, depending on how you think about work, some people can think about work where those 8 to 9 hours during the day do need to connect to something that they really love and connect to from an emotional standpoint, where some people can compartmentalize and they're like, hey, I can just come in here, clock in, and then I go do what I want to do. Wow. Well, you have to know who you are in that. And I know for me, those 8 to 9 hours need to be something that I really connect to from a, yes, this lights me up perspective.
Yes.
I can no longer just tick off time doing something that doesn't fuel me.
Yeah.
I can't, I don't have that time to give away anymore. So yes, so being able to show up, as a life coach has been just tremendously, and I do believe it connects to, because purpose is important to me. Yeah. I do believe that it is why I am here.
Yeah. And I like what you said also to, I like to show up as a life coach, but I think for us is that added layer of showing up as a life coach who is a Black woman.
Yes.
And that's different.
It really is. It really is. Yes. When I was in corporate, I would tell people, I was like, look, every day, something or somebody is going to remind me that I'm Black.
Thank you.
And I say that from, I don't want to be nothing else but Black. I'm blackity black. However, white people don't have to think about it.
They don't think about it.
They can go through a day, a week, a month without realizing, oh, I'm white. But but we don't get that. Every day we're going to see something. Somebody's going to say something that's going to remind us, I'm Black in this world. I'm Black in America. Something's going to remind us of that.
Yeah.
And so that is an added layer We know that particularly now we are living in a highly world of anxiety and added stress just from existing because of what we've been going
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
pandemic and all of
Yeah.
that. And if you are in America, I know other countries have their stuff too, but America has really ratcheted up,
Oh, yeah.
this anxiety thing for
Yes.
many different reasons. And I don't care whatever's going on, put some black on it.
Yeah.
Put some melanin in. Let's just say put some melanin on it, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an added layer.
Yes.
It's an added layer
It
to
is.
whatever the shit show is.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it
Yeah.
at a deeper level. So yes, we always are cognizant of that. And so as women, as just women, we know that we are the nurturers, the tenders, the caretakers.
Yes.
For the most part,
yes.
we identify as women.
Yeah.
That's been our role and our place.
And I want to just add, that has nothing to do whether you have kids or not.
Right. It does not.
We find ourselves.
Exactly. Because I don't have children. You have children. I don't have children.
Exactly.
And
that's just a role.
That's just a role. It absolutely is. And so that's just women in general. Well, for Black women, we are carrying all the trauma of the race for everybody.
Yeah.
We hold up our men. We protect our children. So that that is an added burden. And because we carry it so well, there's a quote that says, just because I carry it well doesn't mean it's not heavy.
Oh, wow. That is so true.
And we, as Black women, we pride ourselves on, being strong and, Black girl magic and all of that, but that's something else to carry that we can.
Yes.
Black don't crack. Black does crack.
It does. See, when people say, listen,
Black does crack.
I really do not like that statement. When people say that, I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
Black cracks every day.
Yeah. Because that's just putting extra layer of, that's pressure. Like,
right.
Yes.
And
I'm
so,
with you on that.
And so, yes, from being a Black woman in the life coaching space, as we know, there are not a lot of us out here.
Nope.
There's, it's becoming more and more of a thing.
It is now, but
still, it's, it is, when you can be in a space of Black life coaches. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's
it's
a wonderful
different.
thing.
and I like, and you know what? It is different because I'll tell you this, there is something about going into a space where people look like you, or you don't have to explain yourself.
Exactly.
Oh my word. It is just, it's just different. And we don't have so many opportunities to do that.
Right. That's
because
right.
You go into a space and you're like, who else?
And we have, we have we've had the burden of assimilation, right?
Yeah.
So, the so-called racial awakening or reckoning or whatever.
Right.
Like y'all awake now? Because this has been our existence
all this time.
All right. We
can
always
pick and choose.
No, we've always had to know about you. We've always been aware of how
interesting.
Yes, of how we of how we have to move in this world. That's always been. We're not learning anything. We've always known this. You didn't believe it when we tried to tell you, and now it was just in your face, with George Floyd, but and some other situations. But this is not new.
Nope.
This
not
is
for us.
Not for us. And so, so now I really am in this space of, it's not new and it's not my problem to solve. Now,
so tell me though, you think it's age that has kind of, now you're kind of just like, you know what?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm done. I no longer care about the white gaze.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I was, I was raised to, the word, don't shame the family, don't shame the race. That I was raised, in that, because what you do represents everybody.
I know, right? That's what, yeah. That's
Yeah.
kind of
And I'm done with all of that. I'm so done with all of that. We get to be all the things.
Yes.
Yeah, we get to be all the things, just like everybody else does. We get to be all the things too. So I, if I'm out here and I decide to show and shake my ass, that's me doing that. That's not
right.
Grace doing that,
That's it. That's René. That's it.
That's it. Because that's the way y'all get to roll. When white people do something, it's that person,
not the whole. They're like,
not the whole. Right. Yes. And so we get that same. We get to be the same. And so, and the only way we get to do that is to take it and own it for ourselves.
Yeah. Because it's really exhausting when you have to keep on doing stuff because you're like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not supposed to do that.
Right.
And when you get to a certain age, you're like, I'm done.
Done.
Like, I just want to be me.
So done. Yes.
Like, I'll give you an example, like the pageant. I mean, I had some people tell me, how are you doing that at your age? I'm like, why not?
And I love it. Because I don't want to be in a pageant, but I loved watching you in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because yes, I mean, I thought it was just fabulous. And we are doing so, and that's another, we've been put in these boxes. And so whenever I see particularly a Black woman doing something that is so supposedly not what
exactly.
That's not what Black people
do.
Yeah. That's and Black people say that about, we say that about, I'm like, Black people do everything.
Yeah.
We do everything. It all. And once, and this is something my husband says, and once a Black person enters a space, oh, we gonna own it, baby.
That's right.
So y'all better hear. We gonna own it.
That's
we gonna have
it. We're gonna. No, we don't. We don't have. No, we're like all in.
We're coming in. Yeah, if we're coming in, look out. Look out.
It is so true. But you know what? We are all the things. And so really for those listening, because I know some of you might be listening, and if you're a Black person, you might be thinking, well, I'm just telling you, own all the things. Let go of those supposedly expectations from who knows who. Yes. Let it go. You're at the age now where you can just be you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. And like you said, if somebody questions you, that's about them. That's not about you.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain. That's another, we do not have to explain.
No, just do it.
We just need to be, we just need to really step into just owning and being who we are. And that's what I love about this. And, both of us, we coach Black women, we coach white women, we coach, whoever. Yeah. It's not about exclusion. No. It's about, I no longer am going to pay a Black tax for my inclusion.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to show up. Like, my girlfriend, there's a restaurant here that we like to go to. It's a tapas restaurant. And we've had a couple of situations where, a group of us, Black women, we've gone there. And one time we were there and we're just laughing, because whenever we go out,
you're having a good time.
Inevitably, some white woman's going to stop. Oh, we should be at your table. We get that all the time.
Oh,
yeah. And so this is a group of young white women that came by the table. They heard us talking about an experience that we had in Morocco. Yeah. And we were talking about this spa experience and they stopped by and they were like, oh, we heard y'all talking, about, so they just kind of jumped in asking us what we were talking about. We were like, yeah, it was a spa in Marrakesh. And they were like, Morocco? Yeah, like, is Marrakesh a mall? No, Morocco. Like, they were like, you were in Morocco And
Yes.
and I'm telling you, these girls had to be late 20s, you know. And and we were like, yeah. And it was just like they were just shocked.
Okay,
and then, then I was there, not recently with a girlfriend, and same thing. And we were the only ones on that particular day. We were outside on the patio, the only two people out there. I don't even know where this woman came from, but she came out to tell us, oh, I just, I see the two of you, and you just look so beautiful, and oh, I just love to hear you laughing, and we were just looking at her like, do we need your approval? What is that? I mean,
what is that though? For real though,
what?
Like seriously, what is that about?
And we just, I mean, we really just looked at her. We didn't really even say anything, and she just kind of slithered away.
She needed to.
Yeah, right. And I told my guy, I said, we really should have read her ass, but I just didn't have the energy. I'm just so tired. Like,
we are having a good time. So end of story. Like, the Black woman experience is interesting.
Yeah, don't nobody know. Don't nobody know unless you in it.
It is just interesting. Like, we bring that energy, and it's just like, ooh. But you know what? I'm glad we had this discussion, because I think it's important for people to know. And like you said, there's subtle things that remind us. I'll give you an example. Like, I just did the beauty pageant, and I've thought of. I used to think about this before, but I never really did think about it until when I did the pageant. And then, because the shoes, they like you to wear nude shoes. Nude is not nude for me.
You know what that means. Yeah.
I'm like, that's not my color.
Right.
And it was, and I was like, wow, but it's little things like that remind me, okay, yeah. I'm Black.
Yeah. So who did your makeup? Did you do your own makeup?
No. Oh no, I found this wonderful lady.
You found her.
Well, okay, she was there. Yeah, she was there. Okay. And then they introduced me to her. I'm like, you do my makeup.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So she did my makeup while I was there.
I know that can be a thing too.
Oh no, she was Black.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. And you know what? There are some white people but I wanted a Black person to do my makeup because I really wanted to make sure. And even for her, I'll tell you this, even for her, it was a challenge sometimes getting my shade right, because I have like different shades on my face. So you have to kind of mix things together. And so I needed someone that wasn't going to be a challenge. We can't be trying to overcome that in a pageant. Like, we need to go. And so I even went to her earlier on so that she could figure all of that out. And she made it work. And there were a couple of times I even told her, I said, this isn't working. And so I was glad she was able to kind of figure it out and make it work. Yeah. Oh, that's important to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there are so many things that we have to consider.
Yes.
Makeup, our hair.
Thank you.
All of this stuff is political.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
Because I remember I had done a photo shoot with this other lady. She had a white makeup artist there. And I wanted red lipstick. And it was a challenge because red lipstick on the white person is very different from red. And she kept doing it. I said, this isn't the red. This isn't working for me. So just some things that, things that we have to consider. It's just different.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. So yes. And so, it's more than one thing can be true.
Yes.
More than one thing can be true. So yes, it can be challenging, and it's also amazing to be a Black woman.
Oh, of course.
In this time. I mean, we are, we're revving up for another fight.
Yep.
And because
we're ready.
Yes, we're ready. I'm thinking about the 4th of July and Independence Day and what that really means. Who gets to be independent. Yes. And we've been able to, to carve out this space to, to live these incredible lives, while at the same time we are daily cognizant of, how we have to fight for that. The daily struggle. Still have to fight for that, for not only for us to be able to, live our best lives,
Yes.
but to, work on helping others be able to do the same. And, we, both of us work with women in midlife, in these midlife, in these midlife transitions. And then at the same time, there are, just all the issues that still plague, us as a people.
Yes.
And I, yes, we've made great strides, and, we move in these spaces knowing that there is a powerful group out there who wants to annihilate us.
Yeah.
I mean, literally annihilate us.
Yeah. And they have a lot of power. So we have to remember that for real. And they're not, it's like they're letting it be known.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. They don't even have to hide anymore.
They're not hiding it. They're letting it be known.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of work to do.
Yes. Yes, we do. And we have to have joy in the midst of this. I mean, if you are able to act, and I believe that even in all of this, that joy is part of our resistance, and part of, that we have to be able to show up in joy. While being able to acknowledge all this other stuff that still, this is not a reason to cave and feel like you have to, not enjoy life when you can, because, what have we been fighting for? If if we aren't able to tap into some level of joy.
Oh yeah, the joy is a big part of it. I know for me it is. I know for you it's like, we ain't trying to just be out there just kind of all set. No, we are doing it in a joyful way. Yes. We're doing it all. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. It was just so nice just to have this, raw, truthful discussion with you. Because I think it needs to, we need to share this. We need people to know. Because, we're out there doing all this work. Yes. But underneath all of that, there are these other pieces that, that we want to talk about too. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love how you show up daily. I just love watching you. I love the work that you do, and I love that we've connected. And
I love that too. Yeah. And thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it, because I know you have things going on too. So appreciate you took some time to do this with me. Really do. And for those listening, thank you so much. Really appreciate all of you. I just want to let you know that if this resonates with you and you're looking for a space for women, because this is the other thing. I also think that it's important to have a space where you feel, like you're supported, because that's where people grow. And so if this resonates with you, I definitely encourage you to check out my online community called Flourish, exclusively for women in their 50s and over, because we have to have our own space. It's different when you're younger. Like when you're in your 50s and over, they're just different things that pertain to our age. And that's what we're discussing. That's what we're doing. And all the women are in that age group. So we're there to inspire, motivate, and encourage one another. So if that's of interest, click on the link that I've put down below, learn more about it. Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you for all the listeners. And listen, I'll be back next week, Tuesday again. So take care. All right. Thank you, Renee. Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed listening to this show, you have to take a look at Flourish, my online global community exclusively for women in their 50s and beyond. We talk about the important issues affecting women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond in a safe and non-judgmental environment. We also provide the tools and resources to help you create your best life on your own terms. It's never too late and you're not too old. Go to the link below to learn more.